Hey, my friends, I'm Colton Stollenmeyer, and this is Greatness on Purpose. That's right, I'm calling for a death to deadlines. When I was getting ready to launch my podcast, I did everything I could to prepare in advance. I took a course on how to launch it through my podcast host, Captivate, and I did everything I possibly could in advance and mapped out every step I still believed I had left, along with how much time I thought it would take me to do it. And then I set a deadline, committed to it, and took off. But when I crossed that line, I got to the other side of that deadline, I looked back and I had barely exercised in almost a month. You see, deadlines can be a powerful tool, but there are always unknowns and there is always a sacrifice. I used to be a coach for Orange Theory Fitness, which, by the way, I still believe is the best group fitness workout on the planet. So shout out to Orange Theory Fitness. And in their program, we have something called an all-out effort. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's giving your best. It's going all out. But the thing about all-out efforts is they are forever, in every case, without exception, a minute or less. Because all-out effort is always short-term and unsustainable by definition. You can't give it for longer than that. And if you try to go for sprint after sprint after sprint after sprint without taking a break, it will always lead to burnout and injury. It's just a question of what's going to get injured. Will it be your marriage? Will it be your relationships? Will it be your health? You've probably heard of HIIT workouts before. But what you may not know about HIIT or high intensity interval training is that true HIIT consists of very, very short intervals. We're talking about 10 or 15 seconds because that is as long as you can maintain true maximal output. And it's followed by big, big recoveries, talking about 30, 45, 60 seconds just for a 10 or 15 second effort. And even with all of that recovery, the whole workout only lasts about 10 minutes because that's all you can sustain. And even then, exercise professionals only recommend that non-athletes do this type of workout about once a week. And guess what you're doing every other day of the week? Consistent, sustainable exercise. Because consistency beats all out massive occasional action every time. And all out massive action can only be either occasional or lead to burnout and injury. Now, this is not a call for laziness or poor planning, and it's not a conversation about procrastination or perfectionism or speed to implementation. Those are different topics. But this is a call for patience, process, and presence. So what are we supposed to use instead of deadlines? Timelines. You see, when you create a timeline instead of a deadline, you get vision of where you're going. You get clarity on how to get there, and you get adaptability. So when those unexpected hurdles arise, when those extra steps come up, and when those unavoidable delays occur, you can expand or contract that deadline, and you can slot things in. It's moldable, it's adaptable, it can change and evolve with you. Now, deadlines are sometimes unavoidable, sometimes necessary. So I guess I'm not really calling for a total death to deadlines, but a massive culling. But if they're already sometimes unavoidable and sometimes necessary, don't impose them on yourself unnecessarily. Instead, swap your deadlines for timelines. You will be amazed at how much you're still able to accomplish without making sacrifices in other areas of your life or losing balance. So what do you think? Is it time to swap deadlines for timelines? Or are deadlines still necessary for productivity? DM me on socials or email me at colton@coachcolton.com and join the conversation. Now go chase greatness. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you really liked it, please subscribe. If you loved it, please hit that share button and share it with someone else. And if you didn't like it, why are you still here? It's time for you to go conquer your week, my friend. So take a deep breath. Remember what's important. Remember why you're here. Now go chase your dreams.